Okay. Bye. Love you. Which can work. Put it in. This is the shit. Set. Insect. Good.
In the days of old, the sorcerers of Riverlong cured the sick and healed the wounded through a great power called Source. But a terrible darkness invaded the land, and Source was forever tainted. The sorcerers who once healed now only destroy, and madness has overtaken them. A few brave Source hunters are all that stand between Riverlong and the dark power that threatens to
If I didn't know there were orc ships raiding to the west, I'd mistake this for a placid beach.
At least the orcs make a bit of noise when they attack. It's dark-dealing sorcerers that will strike with neither warning nor mercy.
Is that a corpse? What's it doing here alone?
What, did you expect it to have an entourage? Can you believe this? The man jumped off a cliff at the behest of some statues, of all things.
Pure madness. How could someone be so utterly naive?
Riverlong is no stranger to the supernatural.
To this queen.
Source hunters! How did they find us?
Take the stone to the temple. These whelps will be easy to crush.
As you say, Madam Connie.
us, fair dead. Seize upon our enemies.
Their leader said something about escaping with a stone.
Those thieves were more than petty criminals. Their leader gave life to the dead.
We can't well turn away from such an odious show of source. Let's
Indeed. For all we know,
I needed that.
Yes, you did, nigga. Seriously.
Careful, there's a mine in the middle of our path.
someone must have an interest in protecting whatever's kept here.
This seems to be broken. Maybe the lock can be jimmied. I've always heard there's typically more to a king's tomb than meets the eye.
It could be a myth, or it could be our lucky day.
I've spotted something interesting.
Made short work of that door, but I don't imagine our weapons would survive such use for long.
No.
Feel my legs!
You stop.
Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap.
Explosive flame!
No.
I've spotted something interesting.
I've spotted something interesting.
Shh! I think I hear voices downstairs.
The last thing we need is to surprise another angry summoner.
This seems to be broken.
I feel uneasy here. I'd better keep my weapon at the ready.
A living rat dares disturb the slumber of the dead unless...
Oh. Fucking see.
Death never dies, fool. Death in 1,000 forms rules all.
Face the unending darkness. Face the unending darkness.
Nice.
Pixwell, they sell flag.
Single malt stumblers. You've been had by one of them smooth-talking...
Hold it right there, Orcs.
Cup.
Just hold your tongue when you will.
Liberate... Shh.
Aye.
Best way to...
Just put us...
Ever cat the watch? Stood on serve.
You know what?
The wizard, you say?
Agreed.
Capital.
hell's happening down there? Orcs! Bloody
Orcs.
I can beat them all in a blow.
Are you serious? Huh? What?
No glory in this death. Did you see that? Those orcs had a human commander.
How very curious. And how very
Where are Sidious
disquieting.
and Junius? They hear the bite.
Filthy beasts, I'll kill the last one of you. filthy beasts! I'll kill the last one of you!
What's all this ruck? You're yes, it's Jake was murdered, so there are. She's still a human, and I don't. That's we've caught. There's no. Oh, but that's such to be. But of course, I'm glad once you're there, and with that.
Undead, orcs. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap? Oh,
Steady, boy. Steady. We'll be leaving.
We're gonna need more than a few buckets to save her.
Something spraying!
So I'll send him another.
it never rains, but it pours, eh?
Salutations! Source Hunt, this is a storing house for Legion supplies. Perhaps...
Who better than
Enough of that. I know how dangerous an orc
you, she?
She's got to be put down.
Agreed.
Glad to hear that.
No! She's a... You bastard! You had no...
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
Right.
Shy sail, shimmy.
Oh, I should...
Sweet relief.
Come on, come on.
Hey, wow! I was wondering where that awesome sweaty boot smell was coming from. And here you are. Wow! This is great! I'm Murphy, Jake's dog. Wow, you smell great! Have you been rolling around on dead things all day? That's my favourite hobby too. You know who I miss? Jake. Sometimes he'd just sit there being awesome. And I'd give him this look like, you smell great. And he'd give me this look like, you do too, Murphy. And he was my best friend.
You have an ugly voice.
I came here so I could smell Jake again. He smelled great. But whatever's buried there doesn't smell like Jake at all. No, it's definitely not Jake. He was awesome. If I ever find out who killed Jake, the most awesome Jake who ever jaked, I'll bark so much. Seriously, so much. You have no idea.
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated.
Perhaps he wants to tell us something.
I smell rotten lamb chops.
What trickery is this? That's not Jake.
It's a rotting sheep's corpse.
Rest in peace, darling.
It seems someone snatched Jake's body.
So, what's the bad news? Sad story, that. I just concern myself with a sheep? I suppose you're right. I buried that in its place. I knew I had. Now, you can imagine I've plenty of he could have used Aureus himself. Can't see. I know it was seemed, and this may or I never. It was she who rang my bell just. So, what's the bad news? That gold's the only good thing to come out of this blasted affair. And with all the troubles plaguing.
So you're just hanging around again, are you? Waiting for what? Oh, you think you can speak that way? Like I said, I've got
Where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Murder within the walls? Undead outside of the walls. And here we...
Potent heat.
Greetings! These stores are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest.
Hey! Step aside! Ah! This maniac's gonna turn me into a meat pie! Ah!
Come on, chicken, 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 viens chez papa.
A chicken has the right to live too.
Yes, let's pardon him. Just look at the little blighter. He doesn't deserve the knife.
Yippee-ki-yay! I'm free! I'm free! So long, suckers! Why did you let my chicken escape?
He's not your chicken.
Hey, Cull, I think that was an insult.
Don't pay attention to the beast, Various. You'll only encourage it. Hey, who's that then? We got to have in.
Well,
perhaps it'd be.
After all,
well, that.
Heed me, source hunter.
Get the shiny recruit.
Sorry, sir.
Those books will embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Attention! About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention!
source hunter. I have heard tales in Home Forest. It is.
Recruits, that was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
What have we here? Guards up. Nevertheless, the scene of the crime is at Esmeralda. What? You're going to be stolen? He has a lot to answer for. But not if you suspect the mayor? Dear me, you couldn't be further from the mark than to lay the blame on a paraplegic cow. The man raised a foundling orc out of the goodness of his heart, you dolt. A murder indeed. Evelyn? Master Theriron's apprentice? Nice lass, huh? Brewed me a potion once that cured me of a rash more bothersome than a badger down your breeches. No, she doesn't seem like the type to play hide-and-seek with stiffs to me. You dare stand here and accuse me of involvement in this sordid affair? You dare accuse a captain of the Legion? Get out! Out! Before I have my men erect a gallows and string up a sauce pinata!
Embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Can you spare a coin?
Oh, it's the beggar.
One coin or two, nobles? May the soul of Astartes smile upon you, kind stranger.
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Sicil, what you're made of.
Fantastic!
Don't ask me what the tale's about. I'm just here for the eye cat.
What's that nutter at the back hollering about? I can hardly hear the show for all the ruckus.
What are you looking at me for? I'm not. Well, I've stumbled.
Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you? You there! Sit down when Reginald came. It seems, and I don't know how I lead. Please, you. For his big debut.
Fantastic! Bravo! Bravo! And see the amazing singing.
My word! Bersha's shape is gone, gone, gone. Think it vanished through one of them swirly shrines?
What?
Hardly did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
What are you looking at me for? There's a great... Well, I don't see why I should. Reginald and I have grown rather friendly, you know? And in any case, it'll be hard to pull myself away from this fantastic show. Well, I guess it's been long enough since I've stretched my wings a bit, and it ain't so far of a flight now.
Great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his
My
realm.
word!
Today, I think, a king. The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines.
Fantastic!
It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Edmund, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm. What? Where is everyone trotting off to? Don't they want to hear how the story ends?
Strange! You appear to be my only client. Did the whole of Sicil eat some bad chicken, or what? I knew that fool could never have garnered so much.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. I doubt I have to tell you that. Psst. You. It won't be the word.
Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities.
I suppose your example has inspired me to reach heights I never before envisioned.
That inspiration hardly flows one way.
Shut up. What's that? Oh, yuck.
Bah! If you think black sheep are weird, try weird sheep.
You say you will take me under your wing. But in truth, and so the wise godwolf Amira. Ask freely, my friend. Your Jared, a beast's life is. I have the remember. We do not. It is different. He came to me. He called Jared. Visit Jared is my. I heard, but I have not found that mist. I watched the next morning. He was kidnapped. I do not know the one called Attenbera, but I know that.
Moo! Don't disturb Master Theliron now. He's been so busy with his research, the poor dear hasn't had a proper night's sleep in months.
I give milk. I give wool. And what do I get in return? One way or another, they always try to fleece me. Especially that Evelyn. She's out to get me. I know it. Meh.
I got shoes. Jeez.
I spotted something. The earth here seems to have been freshly fertilized and aerated. Obviously, someone has taken great care to maintain this gravesite. Are you sure you want to disturb it?
We and our shovels will do as we please.
That's right. Let's get digging.
As you prepare to break ground, you gaze at the dirt beneath your feet once more.
All right. Time to get digging.
Here's hoping we find something worthwhile.
You plunge your shovel into the earth.
Oh, shit.
often ye crave creamy blues and gory reds, that he ordered a contest across his realm.
Fantastic!
Come one, come all, and see the amazing singing Stefan! Sicil's only sentient... Strange! You appear to be my only client. Did the whole of Sicil eat some bad chicken, or what? I knew that fool could never...
Do, re, mi, fa, sol. I doubt I have to... Psst. It won't be the worst indignation.
Everything we do seems to fall.
I suppose you're...
That inspiration hardly flows one way.
Ma! If you think black sheep are weird, try weir sheep.
I spotted something interesting.
It explodes.
But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of... Oh! No matter. Even if it could... Well, she certainly possesses... I expect you'll be a very successful...
Excuse me? This is a private I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I to meddle with life and death this way? I'm an apprentice of the heat. I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation. But perhaps it's don't dither long. These men... Frank, what do you think? Is that so? Well, I handled the corpse myself. I arrived at the inn where the body lay. I personally delivered the corpse the short distance to the mortician's house. As far as I know, everything was, as far as a magical murder is concerned, quite normal. You are?
Boris's life has just begun. We can't cut it short now.
Yes, Boris...
Boris it is?
Tone.
No, this is highly abnormal. What is this? Lightning! What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible, terrible! It will consume us all!
Ah!
By the quill has touched.
Might be quite mad.
Then we'd better appease him and have a look through the looking lens.
You looked. You saw the portal. It's you those taught could. It's there. In fact, but yes, just as I hoped. There she is. There it is. Come, don't delay.
And he's off.
It seems the Emperor spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
I am the last test. The last...
Indeed, you this if any other, but you are so pleased. A stone, no, but like star and miss it. If in with that.
Not but a moment ago, we were hunting source in river.
We can't deny our reaction to.
No matter how improbable.
The glint in your gaze, but lack of like the would you from that is we but said where if I. A question has me stumped, milady.
Source and it that what did that don't but let up if that's in you'll now.
That rooster thinks he's such hot stuff, posing for Jerome like that. Someone ought to tell him his waddle waggles when he crows, same as the rest.
She is sassy.
What on earth would an undertaker want with the likes of Hoggett?
Oh, but don't you worry, lady. We legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who fear neither orc nor demon.
Oh, but what if you were to be ambushed, caught unawares? Oh, catch me, for I might faint.
Oh shit.
Now this is valuable.
So tell me, Septimus, would your wife or sweetheart be compensated by the Legion should tragedy befall you on the battlefield? In the dark? My, what a strong and handsome officer you are, kind Septimus. You must have fought many a battle, am I right? In fact, I bet you're a real war hero.
Oh, I'm no hero, Miss. I'm just doing my duty. For the Legion.
Well, you certainly are my hero. The rock upon which I may rest my weary soul in these
A book about setting up the perfect crime.
Esmeralda has interesting taste in literature.
It's locked.
So that's what that did. A bloody dagger. Could this have been involved in the crime?
It certainly piques one's interest, doesn't it?
Oh, golly gosh! One who flaunts the highways and byways of silly old Sicile with the easy elegance of a puss with her tail in the air. I do declare such a sight is rather rare around here. But where are my manners? I am Maxine, and you must be one of those hunters one hears so much about. Charmed, I'm sure. I'm the mayor's cat, don't you know? Born and raised on velvets and viands of most exquisite varieties. Maxine rhymes with queen, after all, and dearest. That is hardly a coincidence. But of course, darling, be my guest. Oh, this quaint little town is a tad too parochial for one of my more urbane tastes. But one has to make do, hasn't one? The fresh sea air does go to great lengths to invigorate one's spirit, that much I'll admit. And it is rather jolly to watch the ships sail in laden with all kinds of exotic wares, full of the little treats the mayor likes to spoil me with. Darling man, he dotes on me so. Heavens forbid! No, fear is rather too strong a term there, hunter dearest. The predator's instinct is a trait we share, you and I. And though those rancid ramblers may not be quite as easy to put to the claw as mice are, I assure you, they are just as easily outwitted.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Jake? Murdered, you say? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Now I remember. Maxine? What in heaven's name are you? Oh, I spent months trying to teach that worthless hound how to fetch, and it sat through every lesson looking at me as if I were an idiot. Man's best friend, my eye. I've always been more fond of cats myself. That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in, exactly? Ah, the library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Sicile. Would you like to have a look? I'll escort you upstairs myself. Marvelous! Follow me then. What? Oh, yes. My Yes. What?
This isn't omnes autem mali demonis quam. What? What is this? Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken. For no. Wise now. This is a scent on one.
Very well.
Agreed.
Most gratifying.
In the name of Amun-Hor, indeed you may. The wisdom I here hold is yours to peruse and eat. I am Victor. When I was the fisherman, he raised... Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Urak! What mayhem! Volume 1, Volume 2. But where has the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
The seven grant abundance.
Kaj'Dinor. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay yet another fine. Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
You there!
Oh,
Of course I do.
Quite.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Beth.
well, and you now find what?
Join a guild.
And me.
What more is there? Oh, it's a pretty one of, but you can luckily they call.
Tell me, so you're just hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly? Oh, you think you can speak that way to a... Well, suffice to say, he's pretty...
What on earth would an under...
I need a moment to reflect.
It seems I'm growing increasingly egotistical. Perhaps I could stand to tone down the pomp.
Oh, my good man. Drink.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or
A happy source hunter means...
Look, careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Daemon Daemonium. I'll find you yet. Do you now?
Oh, you think you can speak that way to a...
Well, back, demon! Back, or I'll tell you. It sure does. You, Madar, heavens. See, there's been what they wanted. I came south, but I've been scouting Sicil for some time. Well, you know.
A fantastic...
Another source.
That's the spirit.
Some ships.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair. Great!
Tinson dugongs, you nearly startled me out of my boots. Well, you've got my attention, comrade. Tinson dugongs, you nearly startled. But what'll you do if a parliament...
Daemon Daemonium. Only fool.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've got to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Look, careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
again. Yeah, I have tracked her down. Yes. Her name, Victoria. Life.
That was quite the radical change we witnessed. I never would have thought that the benign old man we met outside would turn out to be a vengeance-driven aficionado of assassins.
He is as much a savage as those orcs. And how is Victoria guilty of her—
Indeed,
Is nigh. Death comes a-creeping for you, Victoria!
Greetings, Source Hunter. Not exactly the...
It's official. The Duke of Ferrol is the worst poet in Rivellon.
Old friend.
Source was in play here, all right. But that doesn't solve the mystery.
Never saw you in the king crab before. You're welcome to scratch me behind the ears if you like. I won't scratch back. I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat, but the clipper I was on sank when I was the only one to wrestle himself free from the waves. The people here were kind and took me in. Been the king crab's foremost patron ever since.
Now, your head's growing more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. Unlike me, she didn't prove to be unsinkable, though. We hit the cliffs right beneath the lighthouse. Not very apt a name for that building, I must say, for no light was shining from it. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. But I was alive, and that was more than anybody else could say. So I was. What friends I had. They drowned alongside the rats I used to hunt in the galley. And there I was, all alone. Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly, and when one of the village girls holds me tight against her ample bosom, I purr up a storm. But I do long for a companion of my own kind. And in that regard, there is no one like Maxine. Maxine, the mayor's darling pet. So gentle, so fair a feline. The grace of her whiskers, the subtle palette of dyes in her sable coat. She's one of a kind, that cat. She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I have serenaded her and braved many a bucket of water for my efforts. But for some reason, she is not to be swayed. By all means. People make a fuss about them because they endanger the lands around the city. They never bother me when I'm out for my monthly walk, though. But still, I do test them. I mean, they're so unnatural, aren't they? Cats can have 9 lives, but humans are only entitled to 1.
Sword twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to 9 patches when I linger over long while writing my 5.
Look, careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than saffron.
Oh, don't mention orcs to me. Worse than dogs, that lot. Sank Walrus Willie's boat right from under him. Best anchovy fisher in the world he was. A loss to us all.
Ah, hello. I said, which one? I've written, Esmeralda, more works of lyrical mastery than I can count. All that letter proves is my devotion to my lady, not any actual intention to do away with Jake. It's very tragic news.
How fares your first quest, hero and hunt?
Lords above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Like I told just about... So what happened? Some of them... Perhaps it is... What'll you think of next? Accusing me... Oh, that horrid Oh, don't put stock in their hate. But all of it is circa... Over the last few months, it all began. In fact, I never liked her. She hailed... If anyone killed my Jake, it must be her.
Soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far. To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter? Far be it from her to tell her master what in the seven's name she's up to. The girl flew from here like she just heard the location of the Philosopher's Stone. She even left her pouch unattended in the next room. Most unlike her, to be sure. I'd try her house, for starters. It's not far from here. I'll mark the location on your map. She usually keeps it within sight at all times. Now, that tone, soothing a corpse's troubled mind, can't have gotten far.